What am I going to talk about in this video, which is the belief designed for this century? While we are evaluating the events, we either come completely or reach the whole. We go to the whole by moving from parts. Or there is a preconceived belief, and we question parts to confirm that belief. Our effort is to raise awareness. Trying to understand what's going on in the world. Unfortunately, there is a vicious agenda in many states around the world. Humanity is coming to the end of history. Either we intervene now or voluntarily obey. We are in such a century that scientists apply whatever they say, as if gods and politicians became priests. Why do they apply it from fear? So why are they afraid? Because abnormal things were accepted by using the power of science and technology on the public screens. People stopped questioning. We cannot understand this century without knowing the concept of transhumanism. What is transhumanism? It is an international intellectual and cultural movement that suggests that technology and science should be used in order to increase the physical and cognitive abilities of man and eliminate the undesirable or unnecessary aspects such as aging and illness. The first to use the concept of transhumanism is Julian Huxley. So who is Julian Huxley? He served as director of the UNESCO Commission on Education, Science and Culture. In general, we do not question what scientists believe in Europe. There is something he believes in. Does it do the necessity of science, or does it science according to the worldview it believes in? Does it fit her results? Today, the corona imprisoned the elderly. In Europe, the elderly were abandoned. Where have we come across this idea before? We came across in Germany in 1903. It was a period when the elderly, those with weak immunity, were massacred. The origin is based here. It was an experiment. They will make a new version of it in the 21st century. They say that the current physical capacity and mental capacity of humanity is insufficient. God created a bruise. We want to strengthen the capacity. They say we want to create the real person. So what happens with this? They say it happens with implants and injections. What he calls an implant is actually a biometric chip placed under the skin. What injection calls are programmable powders. When you combine my previous videos and the videos I will publish later, you will see the projects of the whole. It is not independent from each other. It should not be taken as if the studies made from different research centers are separate from each other. For example, the Transhumanism Association was established in 1998. Its founder is Nick Bostrom. Where do you think the association is funded? Today, the same people who are funding vaccination studies in the United Nations. Julian Huxley has a book. It's called Religion Without Revelation. Religion imposed on humanity in this century is transhumanism. During the corona era, people cannot perform their worship worldwide. Because he's trapped in the houses. So what is the story of this scientist's mechanism for transhumanism? The effort to make people more superior than detaching them from their past, culture and beliefs. In transhumanism, it is the loss of the concept of gender with digital technologies, namely new medical technologies, with implants and injections. They say that a person is born as a girl or a boy, but did he want to be born like that? They say they should choose this choice. These days we will see a lot of movies about this subject. Also look carefully. Most of the important artists, athletes and politicians in the world are men you see women, women you see men. Example Lady Gaga. Watch the last clip. Transhumanism has been a clip. The trailer was released precisely on the days when the corona appeared. Man dies biologically and is born a robot. Building a new mind for transhumanist people with digital technologies. There is no concept of men and women in this mind. There are neutral people. In Russia, the famous billionaire Dmitry Itskov founded the 2045 project. 2045 is an important date. They want to complete this process by 2045. They say that in 2045, I will create robots and the world will be the world of robots. In 2014, Zoltan Istvan founded the Transhumanist Party in the USA. In other words, institutes, associations, philosophical currents founded under the name of scientific research have a promise to create a new religion without the revelation of whatever humanity has accumulated until the end of the 20th century and the beginning of the 21st century. There are attempts to convince humanity. Running towards the unknown, that is, making an order out of chaos. The Oxford Dictionary chose the post-truth word of the year in 2016. We are in an illusionist world like augmented reality, hybrid reality. When we examine the studies in the sky one by one, it shows that humanity will be faced with illusionist technology. When I look at the discourses of all these institutions and scientists, they say we will grab people. We will hear the word public order more from now on. In other words, it cannot happen without the public. China was a public state, so we will hear the concept that it fought better with Corona. However, China is an artificial intelligence state. And in China, why, how, why do they have no questions? People do not ask questions, they obey. The process we are going through from now on will ensure that the nation-state authority will be demolished and become an order consisting of a larger public order and artificial intelligence. So does humanity accept this? It does not work under normal conditions. So how will they get it accepted? They will provide this with injections, programmable powders, under skin chips. In this way, they will make humanity happy slaves with their own will. Do they say we will do this like this? No. How do they say? We will strengthen humanity. Now we will beat cancer. We will overcome diabetes. With technology, there is no problem in the healing of humanity and the development of medicine. However, if he goes further than this and tries to interfere with his memory and despise humanity in the name of supposed healing, there is no human. World humanity must openly discuss this issue. Nowadays, many scientists are not aware of the reason behind the subject. He works in the laboratory. Ray Kurzweil says that we will keep people technically alive. What does it mean to keep it technically alive? We will take your memory, put it on the robot. This is the project they want to do in the future. The purpose of this is when they transform and fool humanity, they think of what they will put as idols as robots. The question is that we are going to such a world, but is there anyone who tells them? Is there any enlightening humanity? No. The aim is to integrate the artificial intelligence authority. These scientific studies are all organized. Scientists lost between the pieces cannot combine them. In short, when the scientists are God priests, countries cannot do anything when we stand up as a nation. So we will continue to be informed. We're at the end of this video. If you liked the video and want the continuation of such videos, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.